conflict behind the smile? Why is Jimin BTS suddenly angry? BTS has always been known as a group that is compact and full of togetherness. However, recently, a shocking incident involving BTS's Jimin was suddenly seen angry on occasion. This immediately made the ARMY curious: what really happened? Is there a hidden conflict behind the smile he always displays? As one of the members of BTS who is known for his cheerful and affectionate personality, Jimin is rarely seen losing control of his emotions. Therefore, when word of his anger spread, many began to wonder if there was something deeper he was dealing with. This incident began when a certain video or moment featured Jimin's expression that looked serious and a little upset. Although there was no direct statement from him, his body gestures and facial expressions were enough to make ARMY realize that something was bothering him. Many fans are used to seeing Jimin as a patient and attentive figure, so the change in his expression became something unusual. On several occasions, Jimin has shown his emotional side, but anger is not something that is often seen from him. As usual, when something happens to BTS, ARMY immediately begins to analyze the possible causes. Some speculations have emerged, including 1. Pressure in the military. Jimin is currently serving in the military with other BTS members. It is possible that he faced certain pressures in the military environment that made him feel frustrated. As an idol accustomed to creative freedom, adapting to military life can be a challenge. Point 2. Internal problems. Some fans have also speculated that there may be tension in the interactions between BTS members. Although they are very close, it is possible that there are differences of opinion that trigger Jimin's emotions. Point 3. Fatigue and stress. As one of the idols with a busy schedule before enlistment, Jimin may still feel the impact of mental and physical pressure. If he looks angry, it could be a reaction to the accumulated stress he has experienced so far. Point 4. Misunderstanding with the closest people. In addition to interactions with fellow BTS members, it is also possible that Jimin is facing problems with the people closest to him, be it family, friends, or the staff he works with. However, all this is still limited to speculation. Without an official statement from Jimin or HYBE, it was difficult to know the exact reason behind the change in his expression. As a figure who always gives positive energy to his fans, Jimin is one of the most beloved members of BTS because of his gentle and caring nature. Therefore, when there were signs that he was not at his best, the ARMY immediately showed their concern. On social media, many fans wrote messages of support, hoping that no matter what was going on, Jimin could handle it well. Some also remind that everyone has the right to feel angry or disappointed, and that is a human thing. Many soldiers believe that Jimin has a strong support system, both from BTS members and those closest to him. Whatever the cause of his anger, they were sure that Jimin would soon return with the warm smile that has always characterized him, while the ARMY continues to search for clues as to the cause of Jimin's anger. Many also recall that this is not the first time BTS members have shown their emotional side. As individuals who have been in the entertainment industry for years with great stress, feelings of frustration, exhaustion, or even disappointment are natural. However, what makes this moment so interesting is how Jimin has been known as a figure who is always smiling, friendly, and tends to be more restrained in his emotions in front of the public. His sudden anger made many wonder if this was a sign of something bigger. On social media, some ARMY shared the theory that maybe Jimin is trying to be more honest with his feelings, no longer hiding his emotions just for the sake of maintaining a perfect image. If this is the case, many fans are in favor of this move because they want Jimin to feel comfortable being himself without having to constantly pretend to be happy. BTS has always been known for its close fraternal relationship, and in a situation like this, fans are sure that the other members will definitely give Jimin their support. Be it RM with his wisdom, Jin with his brother's always comforting attitude, Suga who is attentive, J-Hope with his positive energy, and V and Jungkook who are always there for him. On several previous occasions, BTS members have also discussed how they support each other when facing difficult times. They not only work together as groupmates, but also as a family that always ensures that none of them feels alone. If there is indeed something that bothers Jimin, it is likely that he has shared it with other members. And as always, BTS will find a way to overcome any challenges that come their way. Amid all this speculation, one thing is certain: the ARMY only wants the best for Jimin. They look forward to the moment in which he returns with his characteristic smile, proving that no matter what happens, he is fine. Many fans reminded each other not to overdo it in summing up this situation. Sometimes, anger is common and doesn't always signal a big problem. The most important thing is that Jimin still gets support from people who love him, both from fellow BTS members and from millions of fans around the world. Now, all eyes are on Jimin, looking forward to whether he will provide clarification or simply return with his positive energy. One thing is for sure: no matter what happens, ARMY will always be there for him, with unlimited love, support, and patience. As time passed, ARMY's attention remained focused on Jimin, waiting for signs that he was okay. Although there has been no official statement from HYBE or Jimin himself, some fans are starting to realize that Jimin's attitude lately may have to do with the emotional pressure he is experiencing. As an idol who is accustomed to a busy schedule and a life full of highlights, the transition from entertainment to military life can be a challenge for Jimin. The military has strict rules, different routines, and physical and mental stress that is not light. Although BTS has been together for more than a decade, each member must now face their own mandatory military service. It is possible that Jimin feels more pressure than usual, especially because he is known as a figure who always wants to give his best in everything he does. Not a few fans suspect that Jimin's moment of anger is not something to worry about excessively. It could be. It's just a spontaneous reaction to something happening around, not a sign of any major problems. However, considering how BTS and ARMY always pay attention to each other, it's only natural that this incident became a topic of wide conversation. One of the reasons ARMY loves Jimin so much is because of his sincere and empathetic personality. He always tries to be a figure who encourages others, be it fellow BTS members or his fans. However, like humans in general, Jimin also has his emotional limits. Over the years, she has shown incredible resilience in the face of pressure as a global idol. From grueling schedules, high expectations, to sometimes unfair criticism, Jimin always tries to stay strong. However, there may be times when he also needs to express emotions that he has been holding back, although there is still no clarity at the moment as to what exactly happened. One thing is certain: Jimin is surrounded by people who care about him. Whether it's BTS members, the staff around them, or the ARMY who always provide unconditional support, many fans hoped that if something really bothered Jimin, he could immediately feel better. The ARMY continued to send messages of support, assuring them they would always be there for him, no matter what. Now, all that can be done is to wait and see how this situation develops. However, one thing that has not changed is the ARMY's love and support for Jimin, who will continue to exist, no matter how difficult the situation. Jimin is not alone, and he will surely return with a warm smile, as he always does. In the end, is Jimin really going through a big conflict, or is this just a momentary moment caught on camera? Only time can answer. What is clear is that the ARMY will continue to support him, no matter what. As an ordinary human being, Jimin also has emotions that can go up and down. And if he's really going through a hard time, his fans hope that he can overcome it well and return with the positive energy that he has always shared with the world.